at Elliott Guitars. They are located at 545 Johnson Farm Road in Hiddenite. It's our honor to be speaking with the owner of Elliott Guitars, Mr. Andy Elliott. Got a very unique business here in Alexander County. Really a treasure that I haven't even really heard of, and we're going to learn a lot more about it today. So we just thank you for allowing us to come into your guitar shop. And like you said, this is not just a run-of-the-mill guitar shop. A lot of technical aspects to it, very unique. So we're going to get into the interview, and you can tell us all about Elliott Guitars. So how long have you been in business here? And then get into the technology a little bit.
Since about 2005 is when I started full-time, basically doing repairs. And then 2006 we started actually producing Elliott Guitars. And I had toyed with building guitars for years before that, but never considered doing it really. And it just, through just some supernatural favor, it just all happened. I don't really know how to explain it. Peter Stroud come along, which is the guitar player for Sheryl Crow, and we built him a guitar, and then the rest just blew up, and it just started from there, and then opened a lot of doors for us.
Yeah, a lot of times people come into our lives who do open doors for us, and sounds like he did that for you. So you mentioned Sheryl Crow's guitarist. What are some other famous guitarists and/or artists that you build guitars for?
Elliot Easton from the Cars, which is pretty much a legend, and we've had guitars on tour with Taylor Swift Red Tour. We've got a couple guitars on tour with Echo Smith right now. Switchfoot, Drew Shirley, he's an endorsee, and then in the praise and worship community, Stephen Curtis Chapman's guitar player, James Duke, Matt Redman, we've had guitars on tour with Chris Tomlin, Jesus Elevation, John Mark McMillan. It goes on and on and on. You know, I could stay here and name names. Sorry if I forgot anybody.
Well, I mean, really, I'm so impressed and proud to have your business here in Alexander County, because part of our focus this year in our business spotlights is the Made in Alexander aspect. And I mean, what better example than Elliott Guitars being made right here in Alexander County? Now, a lot of wood products, but this is some specialty wood that you use in these guitars. And I will mention at this time, you primarily do electric guitars. Is that correct?
Yes.
Talk about that and the type of wood and kind of what goes into the manufacturing of a guitar.
Well, we approach electric building a lot differently than most other companies. We approach it more like an archtop builder or an acoustic builder. We really put a lot of emphasis in the tonality of the guitar. Most electric companies, they literally just throw guitars together and try to put pickups in them to make them sound one way or the other. We really try to build a guitar around the tone from the start. From the woodworking part, everything's done a certain way, grain patterns. We go to the extreme degrees to try to produce an instrument that's stand above in the industry today. Right. And in doing that, we've been really blessed to incorporate state-of-the-art technology. I mean, Martin, Gibson, Taylor, all these huge companies that have huge budgets. We are so fortunate to have a lot of the same technology that they're using today. Like with the Plek machine, we have 7 CNC machines in the facility, and you know, we're building our own pickups because we really want it to perfect the tonality of the guitar. And you know, you can't pay a pickup builder that builds hundreds of pickups to sit there for hours and hours and months to chase down a tone. So we do it ourselves, and it's turned out really, really well. And
you take a lot of pride in your work, I can tell.
Yeah, that's our blessing and our curse.
Takes a little more time to build, I'm sure, but you're pleased with the final product.
It takes more time and costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's the thing about it is, you know, I've just always been in the mindset I really want to. We literally everybody that works in here, we pour ourselves into what we do. We try to be creative with what we do, innovative in what we do, and we're really respectful toward the past, like the vintage era and all that. We build new vintage guitars, is what I like to say, without the ailments of being so old. And so we really try to stay ahead of the curve and stay up with things, and we don't just do something new and because it's new. It has to be practical, it has to work, and it has to be phenomenal. And if it don't meet those criteria, we're not going to do it just for the sake of coming up with something new. And of course, there's hundreds of guitars out there. It's new ideas and new concepts, but they leave a lot to be desired.
Yours are still better
at the end of the day. Well, there's a lot of great guitars out there, but we just really try to push it to the end.
Well, and like I said, a local citizen had recommended you for this business spotlight, so we're always open to suggestions for local businesses, folks, and proud to be interviewing Andy Elliott with Elliott Guitars. Now, you talk about playability, tone, cosmetics. You've already touched on all those things, so it's the intricacies, the detail that you put into your guitars that makes them unique and gives them that sound that you desire. So good job here at Elliott Guitars. You said you talked about your employees. I take it you're pretty proud of those guys too. Now, how many employees do you have here at Elliott?
4 full-time employees.
4 full-time employees at a guitar shop. Or what would you call your store? Or shop? Is it a guitar shop or
guitar manufacturer?
Guitar manufacturer. Okay, right here in Hiddenite. I bet. How many folks know about you here locally?
I don't know. You don't get as much response locally usually as you do worldwide. So,
right. What's the far reach of your guitars? Like, would you have any idea where some countries that your guitars may be right now?
They're all the way from here to England to Norway, to the Netherlands, Germany. I don't even really know, but Asia. I mean, they've went all over the world, so, and continue to. So.
Would you like to mention the names of your employees?
Jason Barr, he's a part co-owner. Alex Watson and Zach Bose.
Zach Bose. Okay.
Yeah, and
great group of guys here. You can tell they really, they have your passion for guitars and for that tone and that sound that you so desire from your product. So we just want to say we're proud to have you in Alexander County, and we thank you for having your business here and for taking pride in your work. It means a lot to us. So we thank you. Now, are you open to the public? Can people come in here and buy a guitar from you, or have, kind of tell you what they want? Do you have public hours?
Yes, we're open usually from 9 to 5 most days, except for Sunday. And yeah, we do repair work for the public and stuff like that. We have a repair department that we do restorations and setups and stuff like that, and basic repairs, basically. We don't do many restorations anymore because we just don't have time. But we stay pretty overwhelmed with the guitars we build. So.
Well, that's a good thing, right? I guess this is like a dream job for you, right? Really?
Yeah, it is. It's just like any other job, though. It's if you do it to be successful at it, it's like owning any business. Any business owner knows what I mean. It's extremely challenging. It's extremely hard work. It's not just having fun. I mean, it's a lot of long hours and a lot of hard work.
All right. We're going to talk about your contact information, but just on a personal level, who's a couple of your favorite artists who have inspired you over the years?
Joe Walsh is my favorite, of course.
Walsh.
But Peter Stroud, I love Peter Stroud. He's just an incredible player, and not only that, he's just a great human being and just a good friend. And Drew Shirley, there's just so many artists out there that I really admire and look up to, and I'm really fortunate to have a lot of really good friends in this industry. So,
Well, it's all about those relationships, and you do good work for them, and the word spreads, you know. So contact information, your phone number is 828-632-0020. They can visit you on the web, elliottguitarsnc.com. You're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So, folks, look him up. They're located at 545 Johnson Farm Road in Hiddenite. Elliott Guitars. This is Andy Elliott, the owner. So, Andy, thank you again for allowing us to come out to your shop. And just want to say again, we're proud to have you here in Alexander County.
thank you.
All right. Made in Alexander, folks, right here in Hiddenite. Elliott Guitars. And as always, we encourage you to buy local, Alexander County. To learn more about our Buy Local Alexander County campaign, visit the Alexander County EDC website, alexanderedc.org, or give me a call, 828-632-1378. Buy Local Alexander County.